Welcome back to winMoJo.co. My name is Phil, and we are wrapping up our beginner series with part 4. We're going to cover a few tools that are already installed with Windows 7. They're outside the Essentials tools, but just to do right by you, I want to follow up on one last thing here. There's a Windows Live Essential tool called Live Writer, which is a blogging tool. A blogging tool is just kind of a where you go out, you can kind of share your thoughts with friends and neighbors online. If you want to learn more about blogging, you'll want to check that out. I don't do a lot of blogging myself, but it is available and it is part of the Windows Live Essentials. Let's go and talk about a couple other tools that are also installed natively. A couple of the really cool tools that I like that are installed with Windows 7 are going to be right up in this area here. You've got Windows Live Media Player, which is a great tool for listening to all your music, watching your videos. It's my preferred media player, to be honest with you. If you have an iDevice, like an iPhone or an iPod, be sure to check out our iOS Mojo website and videos on YouTube. But you might want to use iTunes for your music. I prefer still, even though I do use an iDevice, I still prefer this as my player. One of the cool tools that's installed in here that people like to use are these gadgets. Now, this really kind of became popular with Windows Vista, and I will be the first one to tell you that I truly and honestly believe Windows 7 is just a very well refactored version of Vista. The Vista name was pretty tainted early on, so they wanted to get away from it. I really honestly think Windows 7 is just a better version of Vista. But you have these little tools that you can use right on your desktop, like weather. So we'll add weather by double clicking on it, I believe. There we go. And we're going to add our CPU meter, which will tell us how hard our CPU is running and how hard our RAM's running. Then we can add our calendar. You can go out and get more gadgets online. Of course, your calendar's right here. I don't particularly use this gadget, but I wanted to show it to you. Here's our Avast tool gadget. I don't use that one either. I just close it. To set your temperature, or rather to set where your temperature is coming from, you're going to click on this little wrench. You're going to type in your zip code. You're going to click search. It's going to say current location, Colorado Springs. Great. Click OK, and there you go. And now you can click and drag it up to the top there. Click and drag the next one up to the top. You can take and delete them again just by clicking the X. Not a big deal. And again, you click on this and get more gadgets online. Another real fun one, and this is going to be on the all programs section as well under accessories. Accessories has your calculator, which is pretty handy. You're going to have the getting started link we talked about. There is a notepad for taking basic notes. There is paint for doing some basic art. You've got WordPad down here. When you don't own a copy of Microsoft Word, this can get you by. I tend to like Word for some of its spell check features and things like that, but this is a pretty good built-in little word processor. Windows Explorer will actually take you and let you take a look at, let's just do it, take a look at what's on your computer here. You can say what's in your music, what's in your pictures folder. You can see what's on your home group, and if you want to look on your specific computer and your hard drive, you can do that. This gets a little more advanced. Be careful when you're fooling around in here. For instance, if you go in this Windows folder and try and delete something critical like fonts, you could have some problems if it allows you to do it. You are in a user account. A lot of these folders are protected. You shouldn't have any problems with that, but just be careful in there. You can look on the network to see other computers that are attached. Your downloads, what you downloaded. Last thing we downloaded was the Windows Live tools, and there it is. I'll go ahead and close this back out. I'm going to show you another really cool tool I like quite a bit, and it's called the snipping tool. And if you want to capture a section of a spreadsheet as an image, or if you want to capture a section of a picture as an image and you don't want to resize the whole picture, let's say I just wanted to take a picture of this desktop and use it in a mail. I can just start this snipping tool. I click and hold down the mouse button up here. I drag it over here, and I let go. And there's the rock. Get a new picture. I can save that, email it off to my friends. I can write on it with the pen here like this. I can do whatever I want. I can erase what I wrote. So you can do kinds of some fun stuff there. You might want to hey, I jumped off from right here. You know, those kinds of things. It's just kind of fun stuff that you can use, and it's a really cool little tool for capturing anything, even if it's a web page or a video still or something like that. You can normally capture that kind of stuff. I'm not going to save that. I'm going to go ahead and close it. Take a look at a couple other tools. Whoops, click on that, go to accessories again. There are tools in this particular version of Windows that you may or may not have. This is the Pro version. So you're going to see in here I have Windows Media Center, which is a really cool tool for going ahead and checking out your favorite TV shows online. You can watch a lot of content that's installed there through the Microsoft tool. You can watch DVDs through that. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. If you have a TV card in your computer, you can even watch TV through that. So it really kind of comes down to that being a little bit more of an advanced tool, but it is there if you have the right version of Windows. I think the DVD Maker would be my other preferred tool. You can actually make DVDs from your movies from your video camera. If you import them into your digital video camera, that is, you import them into Windows and you can create a DVD with them, and it gives you some menus for the DVD and some really cool little things. And again, these are all tools that come with the native Microsoft software. You don't have any conflicts, you don't have any issues, they're built in. So they really have done it quite a bit. Sound recorder is another one. If you have a microphone hooked up to your computer, you can record audio files. If you have a camera hooked up to your computer, you can even use a camera in conjunction with the live messenger to do video chats over the internet with your friends. And it just gives you some really powerful tools. Sticky notes is another favorite. Put sticky notes right on your desktop, just like that. And so they can stay there. So a little reminder, type some reminders. You want to add another one. I'm not going to get into it. I'll let you play with it. I don't need that note. And you see, I can just keep adding. Whoops. I don't need that note, and I don't need this one either. A little reminder list there. It's kind of nice. There are some cool tools here. If you have a good microphone, you can actually do Windows speech recognition and control the computer by your voice, which is kind of fun. You do have to train it a little bit to make it work well. It does a pretty good job. I find I can actually type faster than I can dictate, and it does make mistakes. Then you got to go back and correct it and stuff. But it is fun. I mean, you can actually run the computer with your voice. We'll have it open up files and things like that. So it's something to play around with, and you might really dig on it. Narrator will actually read back files that you type up in WordPad or in Notepad. And there's some hotkeys to force it to start reading it to you, but it can get a little irritating because it'll read everything in a window, i.e. even the menus sometimes. So it does take a little getting used to, and you do have to kind of learn the hotkeys to make that work. So that's kind of a high-level view of the native Microsoft files and programs that are available to you, as well as, like I said, the extended ones that we use for Windows Live. I hope you find this to be helpful. I hope that it gets you at least started off and educates you a little bit. I highly urge you, again, to get together with the Getting Started section of Windows 7. Go out and check out the Windows 7 Microsoft tutorials as well. You can really learn a lot from them. They do provide pretty good support. They're not really good at trumpeting their own horn, if you will, but they do have some great stuff out here. So you just have to go look for it. So I hope you find that helpful. If I can be of any service, answer any questions, feel free to contact us at winMoJo@live.com. This has been episode 3, section 4. Appreciate you guys taking the time. I know we spent almost a good 30-40 minutes on this overall, and I hope you learned a lot. Thanks again for tuning in. For winMoJo.co, my name is Phil. Have a great week.